This video is sponsored by Manscaped. You know, I saw this yesterday, and I'm saying yesterday and not today because I'm recording this video the night of Wednesday, June 9th. It'll be uploaded the morning of June 10th, so yesterday, from the perspective of you watching this video, I saw this comment made on Montreal Sports Talk Radio. This is 91.9 Sports. It's a station, you know what it is if you're in Montreal. And they had none other than the man himself, the KHL's Coach of the Year and recent KHL champion, Bob Hartley, on the show yesterday. And yeah, I saw the quote, I listened to it, it's in French. I'm not fluent in French. Far from it, actually. So I wasn't really able to grasp a whole bunch of the material that was being shared, but I did catch on to the one part of the interview with Hartley that everybody is talking about. And after I heard this, I was like, do we really want to make a video about that? That's kind of, you know, low-hanging fruit, is it not? Just kind of making a clickbait kind of assumption and talking about it on a video format. But you know what? I was like, okay, we have no reason not to do this. You know why? Because right now, at this very moment, in the middle of June in 2021, Montreal Canadiens fans, you and me, we're riding the wave, baby. It's the wave of Montreal Canadiens discourse. All this stuff going around about the Habs, we're all eating it up, digesting it, exhausting it back into the world in the form of compost, putting that compost back into the ground, planting it up as a tree, and eating it down again. We have so much Montreal Canadiens topics to bring up in this overall environment that I was like, you know what, we're riding that wave, baby. Let's add on and talk about what the Habs fans are talking about when it comes to what Bob Hartley said about Cole Caufield on 91.9 Sports Radio in Montreal. Thank you to those in the previous Canadiens video who commented Max Pacioretty. If you want a chance to be featured in the next Canadiens video, then hey, stick around to the end for the comment section keyword. Okay, so what did Bob Hartley say that's got everybody up in arms? Some people are a little bit more defensive than others. Other people are just kind of like, oh man, he really just opened up a can of worms, didn't he? The quote's right here. The entire 20-minute interview is in French. I will leave a link in the description to this audio hit, but it is in French, so that's the disclaimer over here. Bob Hartley says, after talking about the Canadiens and the Montreal squad, Cole Caufield est toujours meilleur que Johnny Gaudreau. Which means, if you translate it to English, Cole Caufield today is already better than Johnny Gaudreau and the Flames. And you know what? That's a big quote. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. That's a huge, huge quote. Huge expectations, huge status being defined for what is essentially a 19, 20-year-old guy, a rookie in the NHL. He's not even played his rookie year yet. He hasn't played the amount of games in 2020, 2021 in the NHL for the year to legitimately count as his rookie year. He's playing in his rookie -1 year. His rookie, full-out rookie year will be 2021, 2022. He's not even there yet, and already Bob Hartley is saying, yeah, he's better today than a guy who literally got 99 points a few seasons ago. Oh boy, that's a quote, eh? It's a quote. Before we expand, though, quick word from our sponsor of today's video. We have some big breaking news. This important PSA is brought to you by the folks over at Manscaped, because the best new trimmer is now on the market, the Lawnmower 4.0. which is available for purchase in the USA and Canada. The new trimmer was just released only moments ago, and we are one of the first to get our hands on it and share the news. What makes this trimmer different than all the others? A new multi-function on and off switch that has a travel lock for one, a 4000K LED spotlight, and full customization with additional guard length sizes 1 through 4. It's waterproof, and it's got wireless charging. Hey, Father's Day is coming up. Maybe the Weed Whacker will fit your needs instead. The best nose and ear hair trimmer on the market. Maybe some cologne too, who knows? Get 20% off and free shipping with code LEGOROCKS99 at manscaped.com. Again, 20% off and free shipping with the code LEGOROCKS99. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Now, when it comes to this Caufield being better than Gaudreau thing, like, it's so interesting. Bob Hartley, if I'm going to be honest, I think you probably think that he's better now. Better now? You're only saying that because Gaudreau's not around in the playoffs, that is. You know, I never meant to let you down. Okay, all Post Malone jokes aside, you have to ask yourselves a few things first and foremost. Where does this opinion come from? What's the supporting argument for it? And is it right? Okay, right or wrong, I mean, it's opinion, so it's not really super guaranteed in either way. But where does this come from? Bob Hartley is talking about the Montreal Canadiens and their playoff run and how good Cole Caufield in particular has been. We noted this in a few videos ago, but Cole Caufield legitimately has like half of his production in the playoffs this year coming in overtime. He is a clutch player at that. He is a player who will do what is necessary for his team to facilitate play, even if it means he's going into the boards and taking a hit. He's getting laid out by a guy on the side. Sure, he has good evasion abilities where he can dodge hits coming his way and slip himself out of open space and into dangerous areas, but Caufield at his core is a player who knows what it takes to get a play done. Combine this with his offensive abilities, you know how good this guy is in the offensive zone. Come on. Combine all these together and you have yourselves a package of a player who is legitimately so dangerous anywhere on the ice, and he seems to get even more dangerous the further the game goes along. If you go into overtime, watch out, because that's when the best version of Cole Caufield comes to play. Compare this with Johnny Gaudreau, a guy whom Bob Hartley legitimately coached for a few seasons in Calgary, whose overall reputation amongst Flames fans doesn't have the same effect for Caufield. Gaudreau's biggest pullback for his overall package as a hockey player from the Calgary Flames fanbase is this guy plays with no heart in the playoffs. Sure, he got 99 points in 2018-19, but in the postseason, this guy is not willing to take hits. He disappears when the times get tough. Sure, he had 7 points in 10 games in the bubble last year, but Johnny Gaudreau's reputation is just so tainted from Flames fans, especially in the playoffs, that it's certainly a notable factor here as to how it contrasts with how people view Caufield. And that's just an argument. That's just trying to determine why Bob Hartley would make that claim. But I mean, come on, Johnny Gaudreau is Johnny Gaudreau. He is 27 years old. He was under a point per game this year. He was over a point per game 3 and 4 years ago. He is ballistic. And sure, he got 1 point in the playoffs in the year that he had 99 points. But still, is Cole Caufield's really good postseason enough to say that he is already better than Johnny Gaudreau? I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't think that's enough, because it's like, okay, if I'm building a hockey team for the 2021-2022 season, and I have to choose between 19-year-old, 20-year-old Cole Caufield and Johnny Gaudreau, who would I choose? I don't know about you, but I'd kind of go Gaudreau, and that's no disrespect to Caufield, but the claim that Hartley makes is that he is better than Gaudreau now. Already, today. So that's kind of where I'm leaning on this. Maybe Bob Hartley is just capitalizing on what we said was the wave. He knows what the wave is in Montreal, and as a result, he gives them fuel to the fire, and he adds on to that huge discourse going on about the Canadiens, and he knows the audience that is going to be listening to him. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. He just knows his audience, and he's like, okay, let's just say something to pander to the audience. I mean, he's not affiliated with the Flames or the Canadiens or whatever. He's just a guy who speaks French coming on here who ended up winning a KHL championship the other month. So why not go up to the crowd and start a conversation? Now, do I think that Cole Caufield has it in him to be as good as Johnny Gaudreau later? Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't want to put any labels on point production or whatever. Obviously, 99 points is a very big metric, and you'd be crazy to go out there and say that any prospect who is 20, 19 years old is a guaranteed 99-point guy. But if Cole Caufield retires when he's 35, and I see he has a few 50-goal years, a few 99, 100-point years, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. That's not me saying it's guaranteed, it's just me saying that if he does do it, I do think that ceiling exists. You know, Johnny Gaudreau is the literal embodiment of small players coming out here and scoring points, so for Cole Caufield, the sky is the limit for this guy, and we've been saying that for a very long time. He's gotten all the records for goal scoring at the NTDP, he tied Ovechkin's record at the U18s, he was a goal-a-game guy with Wisconsin in the NCAA. He's a good player, and we all kind of know that. We're seeing that in the postseason this year. But you have to remember, this is his rookie -1 year. He hasn't even scored a goal yet in the playoffs, but that's okay because it's not his rookie season. His rookie year occurs next year, and he'll be eligible to win the Calder if he goes out there and performs to the standard of a Kaprizov or a Makar or a Pedersen or a Matthews or whoever. Obviously, the ages are a little bit different, but hey, the Calder doesn't care about age. As long as you're under the threshold, you count. So talk to me in the comments about this overall conversation here. Bob Hartley coming onto Montreal radio and saying that today, Cole Caufield is already better than Johnny Gaudreau. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? What do you think you'll be thinking in 5 years? I think it's kind of exaggerated today, but I could see it happening in the long-term future. It's just not guaranteed in the slightest. So talk to me in the comments what you think. If you made it to the end, comment in the comment section below Ilya Kovalchuk, because Bob Hartley's KHL team that won the championship had Ilya Kovalchuk on the roster, and he had his contract terminated, and you know the entire thing. We made a video about that already if you hadn't seen that. So talk to me in the comments about all this stuff. Ilya Kovalchuk's the keyword for a chance to be featured in the next Habs video. Hope you enjoyed. This was Josh Rolls the Lion 9, and bye.